in reverse alphabetic chronological order, but all sectors have its own great importance. Starting with number 25, Wellness Industry. Wellness industry is the second largest exporter of medicine in the world. It is INR 162 billion industry by 2014 and INR 490 billion wellness market. India has 6,200 indigenous herbal plants. Number 24, Tourism Hospitality. Tourism hospitality is 6.8% of India's gross domestic product. Foreign exchange earnings is USD 18.13 billion. This industry has 1 billion domestic travelers, 30 World Heritage Sites, 6.97 million foreign tourists in 2012-13, 21 hotel management institutes, 78 jobs with every USD 1 million. Number 23, Thermal Power. Thermal power has 123 billion tons of proven coal reserves with 1,355 billion cubic meters of proven natural gas reserves, being fifth largest producer of electricity, fifth largest consumer of electricity. 100% FDI permitted under automatic route in the power sector. Number 22, Textile and Garments. Textile and garments industry is first in global jute production with 7 million tons of FBP in 2013-14, also 63% of the world's market share in textiles and garments, being second largest textile manufacturer in the world, second largest producer of silk and cotton, having 24% of the world's spindles and 8% of the world's rotors. Number 21, Space. India's space program stands out as one of the most cost-effective in the world. 33 countries and 3 multinational bodies have formal cooperative arrangements in place with the Indian Space Research Organisation. 30 spacecrafts in differing orbital paths. Number 20, Roads and Highways. USD 3.8 billion outlay planned for highways, also 4.86 million kilometers of roads and highways. USD 19 billion infrastructure development between 2012-17. 100,000 kilometers of national highway by the end of 2017. 100 completed public-private partnership projects. Number 19, Renewable Energy. Renewable energy is fifth largest power generation portfolio, also fifth largest wind energy producer. 1,500 megawatts annual photovoltaics capacity by the end of 2014. 243 gigawatts of installed capacity as of March 2014. 20,000 megawatts of solar power by 2022. Number 18, Railways. Indian Railways is the fourth largest rail freight carrier in the world. USD 1,000 billion worth of projects to be awarded through public-private partnership, having 1.3 million strong workforce and being world's largest passenger carrier. Number 17, Ports. India Ports have 87 new projects approved, 73 public-private partnerships, 60 operational non-major ports, 800 million metric tons in cargo capacity, 12 major ports, INR 430 billion invested between 2010-14. Number 16, Pharmaceuticals. India has a goal to be the third largest pharmaceutical market by 2020, 20% of global exports in generics, USD 45 billion in revenue by 2020, USD 26.1 billion in generics by 2016, USD 200 billion to be spent on infrastructure by 2024. 49% of all drug master filings registered in the USA. Number 15, Oil and Gas. Oil and gas industry has 96 trillion cubic feet of estimated shale gas reserves, 47 trillion cubic feet of proven natural gas reserves, 800 MMT of proven oil reserves, also being fourth largest consumer of crude oil and products in the world and second largest refiner in Asia. Number 14, Mining. Mining industry provides 20 to 30-year mining leases, 302 billion tons of coal reserves, also 3,108 operational mines, being sixth largest bauxite reserves and fifth largest iron ore reserves. Number 13, Media and Entertainment. Media and entertainment expected to be INR 220 billion film industry by 2018. Already INR 918 billion in 2013 revenues. This industry is third largest TV market in the world, with 161 million television households in 2013. It is INR 40 million animation industry with 800 TV channels. Number 12, Leather industry. Leather is USD 11 billion industry with USD 6 billion worth of exports in 2013 to 14. Indian leather industry has 10% of the world's leather production, and 24% growth projected in the next 5 years with 55% of workforce below 35 years. Number 11, IT and BPM. IT and BPM industry is expected to reach revenues of USD 118 billion by end of 2014. It has USD 200 billion in savings for companies in the last 5 years, with 600 offshore development centers for 78 countries and expected to be USD 225 billion industry by 2020. Number 10, Food processing industry. Food processing industry has 192 million hectares of gross cropped area, also 89.9 million hectares of net irrigated area, 127 agroclimatic zones and 42 mega food parks being set up with an allocated investment of INR 98 billion. Number 9, Electronic system. Electronic system industry is the third largest pool of scientists in the world, with a goal of USD 29 billion consumer electronics market by 2020, USD 94.2 billion, demand projected by 2015, with 9.88% industry growth rate between 2011 to 15. Also having two government-driven incentives, National Knowledge Network and National Optical Fiber Network. Number 8, Electrical industry. Electrical industry had 10.5% rate of market expansion between 2007 to 12, with USD 4.9 billion of exports in 2013 to 14, also 14.8% yearly increase in exports in the last 8 years. Electrical industry is USD 24 billion sized industry in 2012 to 13. Number 7, Defense manufacturing industry. India have third largest armed forces in the world, with 40% of budget spent on capital acquisitions, and 60% of requirements met by imports. About INR 250 billion to be invested in 7 to 8 years. Number 6, Construction industry. Construction industry has USD 1,000 billion in investment projected at the end of 2017. USD 650 billion in investment required in the next 20 years. Also 100% FDI permitted through the automatic route for townships, cities. 10% of India's gross domestic product is based on construction activity. Number 5, Chemical industry. Chemical industry, being third largest producer in Asia, third largest global producer of agrochemicals, sixth largest producer of chemicals in the world, with total production of 19,300,000 metric tons in 2013 to 14 and 70,000 commercial products with 16% of world dye production. Number 4. Biotechnology industry. Biotechnology industry is the third biggest biotech industry in the Asia-Pacific region, second highest number of US FDA approved plants. USD 3.7 billion to be spent on biotechnology from 2012 to 17. Also being number 1 producer of hepatitis B vaccine recombinant and USD 4.3 billion bioeconomy by the end of 2013. Expected to be USD 100 billion industry by 2025. Number 3, aviation industry. Aviation industry is 9th largest civil aviation market with 163 million passengers in 2013. Projection of 60 million international passengers by 2017. Currently having 85 international airlines connecting over 40 countries. And planning to be third largest aviation market with 800 aircraft by 2020. Number 2. Automobile components. Automobile components industry projected to be second largest steel producer by 2015. Current being fourth largest steel producer in the world, with USD 39.7 billion turnover in 2012 to 13 and 17% increase in exports during 2008 to 13. USD 9.7 billion in exports for 2012 to 13. Number 1, automobiles. Automobiles being 7th largest producer in the world with an average annual production of 17.5 million vehicles. Projection of being 4th largest automotive market by volume by 2015. Currently having 4 large auto manufacturing hubs across the country. This industry is 7% of the country's gross domestic product by volume. Projections of 6 million plus vehicles to be sold annually by 2020.